Hi everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to do another one of the really crazy ribbon pours that I did recently. This piece here, it was a ribbon pour in a sort of flower shape, and then I spun it out on my cake stand. So I'm going to try something really similar but with rainbow colours. So I'm going to layer up a cup starting from red all the way up to the violet and the mauves colours, and then I'm going to pour it out in a sort of ribbon pour flower shape and then spin it out just to see what happens. So let me show you the colours. So lots of Amsterdam colours. So I'll go through them. So I've got white, quinacridone rose, phthalo green, carmine, king's blue, Persian rose, phthalo blue and primary magenta. Then I've got 4 Pebeo iridescent colours: iridescent blue-green, violet blue, orange yellow and green yellow. And then 2 De La Rowney colours. This one's velvet purple and this one's cadmium yellow deep hue. So I have mixed all of my paints with PVA glue and water. I make my pouring medium 2 parts PVA glue to 1 part water by weight. And then I've mixed them all about 5 to 4. So 5 parts pouring medium to 4 parts paint. Some of the paints end up a bit thick. So for example, the iridescent colours always come out thicker. So I'll add a little bit more water. The white is always very thin. So that's probably 50-50 pouring medium and paint. Like to do is layer up a single cup. Now there is a lot of colours, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 colours in a single cup. So obviously 1 layer of each colour, but I'm going to find it really difficult not to overfill this. So I've got to just try and be careful, and try just do a 1/12 of the cup each time. Now, I've just picked up the red. That was wrong. I need to go this way first because what colour I put in first is the colour that's going to come out last. And the last colours that are going to come out are going to be in the centre. So I need to start with the pink. So I'm just going to pour a little bit in down the side. How I judge a 1/12 of a cup, I do not know. I guess it's probably about half of what's in here. I would quite like some negative space in this pour, and I'm going to put a white base down, maybe even with some gold. I'm not quite sure yet. So actually, if this cup isn't full at the end, that's totally fine. I just got to make sure I don't overfill it. Right, really happy with that. Just as an idea of how much paint I've got, in each paint cup I put 30 grams of pouring medium, and then it was between 20 and 25 grams of paint. So there's about 50 grams in each cup here. So I've used probably about half of each colour. So I've got some more left over to do something else with, which is good. I have here a 30cm square canvas. So I'm going to put some base colour down. So I've got some white. So I think I'm just going to pour some on and then maybe just tilt it out, spread it out a little bit. I don't need loads of base, just a nice, just a thin covering. I think I'm going to spread that. Right. Look at that. I hope you can see that. It's so pretty. So quite a lot of paint in here. So I'm going to just squeeze it. So I've got a little funnel. I'm going to pour this out in circular ribbons and at the same time turn the cake turntable round. It's on my cake turntable here. What I really want to try hard to do is to keep the pattern only at the edge to start with, and then I will gradually bring the colour in so it spirals into the centre there. So I've got to think of so many different things at once here. Right, I haven't even got to my purples yet, but there's a lot of colour here. I'm going to add a little bit of extra, I think. A few little thinner bands across the top here, just to add some interest to the top. And here's my pinks coming through. I'm not sure I'm going to actually get to my pale pink. I think I've got too much paint. And a little, oh, almost lost it there, a little tiny ring pour in the centre. Right, I didn't use all my cup. I've still got about 1 centimetre left. So next time, less paint. Less paint is more. Should I? I'm quite happy with all this detail here. Should I use my pink just to do some very thin pattern at the edge here? Right, I feel that is just a whole world of crazy there now. Right, let's give it a torch, get rid of some of the air bubbles. So no negative space. I've got far too much paint on here. But I'm actually quite happy with all the lines, especially in the centre. They're really quite pretty. Just going to slowly spin this, see what happens. Right, I think I'm done with the spinning. I really, really like it. I've definitely got the rainbow. I was hoping for a bit of white peeking through everywhere. I definitely haven't got that, but I'm still retaining a little bit of white at the edges, so I'm happy with that. I've got some beautiful, crazy, crazy, beautiful lines. Really happy with the centre. Really happy that I've got the green and the red around the outside, so you've got the variation. I'm really happy with it. I think I can say that this has worked. Really happy. There's just a couple of bits on the corners I just need to just gently touch up, just where it's just missed very slightly. This is another full-on crazy painting. I love it. I love how full on it is. I love the craziness of it. Let me show you up close because it's absolutely fascinating. So just rainbows, just weaving in and out and up and down and over each other. So the edge are just so pretty. And then you've actually got some contrast because in the centre, you've actually got the darker colours. So I think it's worked really well. It's not a graduated rainbow like I think I was hoping for and expecting, with the red on the outside and then working its way in. But as I said, I just had far too much paint. So I'm really pleased with what I've done, going over the edges with the pink. It is just a canvas of crazy. Absolutely. I think I do a crazy painting and I think, oh, I can't beat this in terms of craziness. And then what do? I think this is one of my craziest paintings ever. Love it. Look at the depth in that. Really, really excited. Right, I will be back when it's dry. So here it is dry and it's still crazy, absolutely nuts, this painting. I think now it's dry, you get a real sense of depth. So the darker here, darker suggests, I think it's maybe further away. So it looks like that's in the background and then this light pink is in the foreground. So I think possibly it was a mistake to have put that light pink over the top because it somehow messes with the sort of the balance and the composition of it. To show you up close, I haven't really got many words for it other than crazy. You've got a lot of detail, a lot of depth, a lot of light. You can really see the lines over the top and underneath. I love the fact that all the lines are multicoloured, so that there weren't single lines. So for example, on the very top there, you've got some pink and some blue, different shades of pink. I love the green and the red showing through in the centre. At the edges there. And I love that really green, you've got that sap green in there. The centre, I like the centre, I like the design. I think I just wish it was a bit lighter. It's just quite dark. And it just goes to show how important that centre is, because you see it exactly as I left it, only bigger. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think of this technique. Let me know what your thoughts are. It was inspired by someone called Nate Bright, who's got his own YouTube channel, so do check that out. Definitely not the same as Nate's paintings. They're definitely a bit more chaotic, I think, than Nate's. Let me know what you think, if you think I should do more like this. I'm undecided, let me know. Great, thank you so much for watching. Bye.